Hello everybody, it's Bendominator and welcome back to another episode of the Bendominator Podcast. Today we are on episode 19 of the podcast. We're getting very close to episode 20 here, which is actually pretty darn exciting. And yeah, we are back with another episode, and this is gonna be a crazy week, I will say that right now. Because in just like a week from now, we are going to be seeing the next season of Fortnite. We're going to be seeing Chapter 2, Season 8, which is kind of wild. It feels like it's been like so long, but also it feels like the beginning of Chapter 2 seasons have been like just happened. It feels really weird. But I'm pretty excited. I'm decently excited for the next season of Fortnite, and I'll go into more of my thoughts on that. But I'm going to be releasing my actual full review of this season tomorrow. So I'm not going to be talking about this season too much in this podcast, but in tomorrow's video, I'm making a whole video giving all my thoughts on the season. This podcast mostly going to be about me talking about what's coming next, kind of like me talking about season 8 and what I'm going to be doing during the next week to prepare for that, and what I'm going to be doing once Season 8 actually releases here. So I'm pretty excited for that. A lot of cool things are happening, and I am just extremely excited to start making a bunch of content for Season 8, and this week's going to be wild. This week's going to have a lot of stuff going on, because last week was kind of a big week as well. Well, there wasn't like a lot of Fortnite news and stuff. I made a lot of content last week. I did a bunch of videos. I did a trailer for a map that we did One Night at the Durburger, which has been out for a while. But I made a trailer for that because I'm actually going to try and get that map featured. And yeah, so I made a trailer for that. I did a few live streams. I did one of me making my BR map, which I want to do more of. I want to do that at least once a week. Hopefully I'll get to that this week. Probably, I'll tell you guys the schedule for what I'm going to do this week, at least what the plan is. So, of course, today is Monday. This is when the podcast's going up. Tomorrow is going to be when the review comes up, so Tuesday. On Wednesday, I'm probably going to do a live stream of me making the BR map. And on Thursday, I will do a prediction video for Season 8. And I'm going to be doing a bit of predicting here as well. And then, of course, on Friday, we're going to do the Brim update, and it's going to be a major update. So that's going to be really cool. Because for the new season, we've been doing a major update and then a minor update. So this week is a major update week, which is very exciting because we have some really cool stuff planned, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. But yeah, busy week, pretty much content every single day of the week, and it's going to be wild. It's going to be really fun. I've been saying that a lot. I've been saying the word wild a lot for some reason. I don't know why, but it's kind of become part of my vocabulary, which is just something interesting. So we've started to see some teasers for the new event, which I haven't really talked about too much. I never made a video on it or anything, and that's mostly because we really don't know that much about it. But I'm excited for it, but I'm also a bit concerned about it. If you know me, and if you've watched my video on the Ariana Grande event, then you know that I'm not really a big fan of the events that kind of like put you like into the game and like have you do things and make you interact. For some reason, for me, it's not as immersive. It seems like it should be more immersive, but it doesn't have the same amount of gravity to it. So when we have things like the Galactus event, like I always say that the first half of the Galactus event was brilliant. Some of like the best event stuff we've ever seen. Watching him like slowly like walk up to you was just really amazing. And it felt really cool. Like you felt tiny. It was scary. It was legitimately terrifying. But then as soon as you get to the part where you're driving the battle bus, I just lost all interest in the event. And it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And it's interesting because a lot of people seem to like that kind of stuff. And I feel like I'm a bit of an outlier, but I really don't like it when they gamify the events. When they turn it into like a game. Because like there's no point to it, and it makes it like I'd rather be like an observer of what's happening. I don't want to be pushed into it because then it just feels like any old video game. It doesn't feel like a live event. The thing that is special about live events is that you were just an observer. You were just someone watching what's happening, and it's like you're watching like a TV show in a way. But when they gamify it and make it so you're kind of like driving a battle bus or what people are predicting for this event, driving UFOs or whatever, doing something for IO, it just turns it into a game. And whatever you do doesn't result anything on what happens during the event, so it doesn't end up mattering. And I just wish they wouldn't do that, but it seems that's the direction live events are taking. And if that's the case, then I don't know how much I'm going to enjoy live events moving forward, which is really unfortunate because live events are something that I always love to look forward to. But if they're going to turn it into pretty much just glorified cutscenes where you're just like controlling some random vehicle in the sky or something, it's just, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in those types of live events. I'm interested in the ones where you're a watcher and you get to sit back and see how the event affects the environment around you. Things like the end event, things like the device event. They were so good at just like making you feel so small and tiny and making you feel like you couldn't do anything about what was happening. And that's what made it so good. Like Mega versus Monster, all those classic events. It's it just it feels more immersive to me, and it feels more grand when you're not part of it. And that might seem weird. And I'm trying to explain it the best I can. And it might seem weird, but I don't know. That's just how I feel. I don't like it when they gamify the events. And from what I've been seeing all over Twitter and stuff, it seems that this event is going to be another one of those, oh, you're flying a vehicle or you're doing this thing. And I'm not down. I'm not down for that. So we'll see what happens. I'm still excited for the event, but I hope there's more to it. I hope that at least with the Galactus event, we got like a really cool start to it. I just, yeah, I like the live events more when you're just a bystander, when you're just watching it, and it makes you like feel really tiny. Cause like, if you have any sense of actually like control in these events, like it doesn't feel as grand. It doesn't feel as like crazy. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. I know a lot of people do like the game aspects of it though. So, yeah. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to like bash the event before it even happens. Uh, but we'll see how it happens. I'm decently excited for it. I'm definitely more excited for the event than I am for the next season, but if the event's good, then it'll definitely hype me up for the season more. But as of now, I'm just concerned that next season might be a lot like this one. But then again, I kind of thought that about last season, but last season was good, so I was hoping it would be like it, but whatever. It's it's complicated. It's complicated, but I'm excited for the event. I'm interested to see what it's going to be like. I'm concerned that maybe because this is their second live event this season that it's either going to be like not as polished as the Ariana Grande one or more polished. Because the Ariana Grande event felt sort of unfinished to me. And I'm hoping that's because they spent more of their time and money into this one. The Skyfire event is what it's called. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. I feel like the thing is, I don't want to get my hopes up, is the problem. Because Chapter 2 has had a track record of having some pretty disappointing, like, season changes, like map changes. Because I want to believe that this event is going to completely change the map. And I want to believe that next season the map is going to have a bunch of different POIs and it's going to have a bunch of new crazy areas. I want to believe that. I want to believe that so badly. And I want that to happen so badly. But from what we've seen in Chapter 2, I don't think that's going to happen. Like, they set things up like it seems like something crazy is gonna happen. Like, we have this event where literally there's a giant mothership above the island. Multiple POIs have been abducted. Like, it's gonna have to crash at some point, right? Like, most people are predicting, like, it's gonna crash or something. But knowing Fortnite, that's like, that's what we want to happen. But knowing Fortnite, maybe the mothership just leaves and nothing happens. Or something weird like that. Like, I want to believe that the Foundation will come back and Agent Jonesy will make an appearance and the mothership's going to crash onto the island and a bunch of POIs are going to be destroyed and then by next season they're all going to be replaced. I want to believe that so badly. But, like, we literally had an event this chapter where the 0 point was, like, out in the open and almost got destroyed. And we had, like, a black hole version 2 and we came back and they just added sand and like a few cool POIs. And I will say I did really like season 5 a lot, but like the map changes were still kind of weak because like every single season this chapter the map changes have just been kind of weak, even on a season launch, especially if you compare to chapter 1. And I'm not somebody who likes to compare everything to chapter 1. I'm not somebody who likes to look at chapter 1 with rose-tinted glasses, because there's a lot of chapter 1 seasons that I didn't really like that much. But I will say, chapter 1 was very good at providing us with satisfying amount of map changes at season premieres. At the very least, at season premieres. So, it's just disappointing that a lot of these chapter 2 seasons just have not had great map changes. And that's one of the reasons I love chapter 2 season 3 so much, is because the map felt completely different. And that's the only time I felt that way during this chapter. I used to feel that way like all the time during chapter 1. When they added the snow biome, when they added the desert biome, even though there were small parts of the map, it made the map feel so completely fresh and different. And I haven't felt that way about a chapter 2 season other than chapter 2 season 3. So, yeah, I want to believe that that'll happen. I really want to believe that we're going to get like some really crazy map changes, because the way it looks, it seems like it has to be that way. But that's also how it seemed when we got the Galactus event. And the Galactus event really only gave us a sand biome that only stayed for a little bit. Like, it only stayed for a season. And then we got the whole event after that with season 6, and we just got a primal biome that was in the same exact area. It changed like the same POIs. And it just stayed for a bit. I will say season 5 did a great job of kind of fleshing out the map more. We got like the Tomato Head and the Deer Burger and Flush Factory, all these areas. Really, really cool stuff there. But that's like old stuff still, so even then, I can't give it too much credit. I did really like season 5 though. I liked season 5. That's probably like one of my favorite seasons in recent memory. Definitely one of my favorites of chapter 2, but I don't know, man. I really want to be optimistic. And I'm trying to be optimistic, but just the track record for this chapter when it comes to map changes and like stuff like that, it's just, I don't know. I can't believe that we're going to see like an amazing new, like a map that's crazy different next season. I just feel like every single season has had kind of disappointing amount of map changes. Like, none of the seasons in chapter 2 other than maybe season 3. Like, yeah, I don't know. Definitely season 3. Season 3 had amazing map changes. The only problem is that they kind of were all reversed by the end of it, which is a complaint that I somewhat agree with. But I don't know. I just want like a nice, satisfying amount of map changes. I miss having a big new POI to explore. I just want that feeling again, you know? And Corny Complex didn't really scratch that itch for me this season. The IO bases were fun to explore. But other than that, I don't know. Last season, we had like 3 new POIs, but like none of them were that interesting. Bony Burbs wasn't that great. You know, it's still on the map. The Spire was cool. And then we had Colossal Crops, which is awesome. I actually really like that POI. So that was fun. Like, that made that season fun, but still, like, 3 POIs in a biome that wasn't all that interesting in, like, the middle of the map, and it's just, like, it didn't stay. So it doesn't like, it didn't stay, so it doesn't leave an impression on me. Also, I just bumped my desk, so sorry if that was really loud. It just, like, the whole sand thing was cool. The whole primal biome was cool, but they didn't stay. They didn't leave lasting impressions on the map, so it's like, well, now it doesn't matter anymore. I mean, like, now the map just went back to being boring this season. So, it's weird. I don't know. The map has been weird. I think a lot of people, including myself, have kind of gotten to the point where this map's just really boring. And, like, it's not because we've been on this map. It's not because we've been on this map for 7, almost 8 seasons now. Like, it's because it's not any different. It's like the same map. It's been the same map like the whole time with minor changes. So, I don't know. It's just disappointing. And I want to believe that next season will change that. But that's what I thought last season, and that's what I thought the season before that. And yeah, just nothing. Just nothing. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If they do change the map a lot, I'll be really happy. That's really the main thing I want from next season. And I did a question on my Discord server. Link to that in the description, by the way, if you want to join. I'm going to start asking questions for you guys, actually. So if you join the Discord server, you'll know what those questions are, and you'll have a chance to be featured on the podcast. But, so yeah, on top of you guys asking me questions, I'm going to ask you guys a question every single Monday when we do the podcast. I'm going to read the answers on the podcast. And I'm kind of answering the question here a little bit. But the question I asked was, what are your hopes for Chapter 2 Season 8 of Fortnite? And for me, it's just good map changes. That's all I want. I just want substantial map changes that last. That's my main hope, honestly. And if we get that, I'll be happy, because we've yet to really see that this chapter. So that's my main hope. I also hope for a really good battle pass, but I hope for that every season. So I feel like this battle pass was alright. Rick was really good, but other than that, I don't use any of the skins. Like, I don't care for Sloan. I used to like Sunny when the battle pass first came out, and now I don't really care. I don't really like Zig. I still like Gucciman or Gugimon. I still like him, but I don't really run him. And Joey's alright. So, not a great battle pass. Season 6 didn't really have a great battle pass either. Season 5 had a really good battle pass. Season 5 had a really good battle pass. Season 4 had a really good battle pass. Of course, being the Marvel battle pass. I didn't really like that season, but the cosmetics were on point. Even if they were like pretty much all collabs, but you know, they were good. They were good cosmetics. Season 3 had a pretty good battle pass. Season 2 had a really iconic battle pass. Actually, a really good battle pass, yes. Chapter 2 Season 2. I may not like that season. Really good battle pass. Like, some of the most iconic. That's something I want to talk about, actually. What happened to having, like, a battle pass full of just, like, iconic characters? I saw a tweet about this a while ago. I forgot who it was by. It was a very long time ago. But it was like, what happened to, like, what's the most iconic skin from each battle pass? And I feel like Chapter 2 Season 2 is, like, the last time we've had, like, truly iconic skins. Like, a battle pass just full of, like, really heavy hitters. Like, Midas, of course, extremely iconic. Meowscles, super iconic. Like, Brutus, TNTina. Well, TNTina, not so much. But you get the point. Sky. Chapter 2 Season 3 was kind of alright. Like, Kit and Jules are very iconic skins. Especially Jules. But other than that, not really. I mean, I really like Fade. I thought that battle pass was really good actually. I really like Fade. Scuba Jones was meh. But I forgot what else was in the battle pass. Aquaman, I guess. But like Jules and Kit, like iconic skins. So at least that's 2 for that season. Season 4, of course, it's all Marvel. So like Iron Man's already iconic. Thor's already iconic. Don't really see a lot of people running them though, surprisingly. Uh, so yeah, nothing like Fortnite original, of course. Season 5, I guess Lexa's iconic. That's all I can really think of for that one. Lexa. Yeah, Lexa's the most Lexa's about it. I guess Mandalorian was in that battle pass, but of course it's a crossover. So, and then season 6, Agent Jonesy, but I don't really see a lot of people talking about Agent Jonesy anymore, especially because they kind of just got rid of him from the storyline. At least that's what it seems like. Hopefully that changes in the live event or next season. And then this season, Sloane is kind of iconic. Like, Sloane is barely, like, notable. So, I really hope next season we get, like, a bunch of, like, just super heavy hitters that are really, like, a bunch of really cool, popular skins. Like, iconic skins. And I really hope they give us another progressive. Because it was really cool in Season 5 when we got that progressive skin. I forgot what his name was. But he was, like, the gladiator. And you could add, like, the armor and stuff. Like, that was cool. Like, it was an actual progressive skin. We hadn't seen that in a while. The way it was done in the Battle Pass wasn't that amazing, because it was, like, edit styles, like, throughout the tiers. They replaced, like, a bunch of tiers with edit styles. So it was a little weird how they did it. I kind of missed, like, just having to get XP. But, I mean, it was still progressive, and it's still really cool. It's a really cool skin. Like, it reminds me of OG Tier 100 progressive skins. Even though technically it wasn't Tier 100, but pretty much. I consider it the Tier 100 of that season. And it fit that mantle well. But I don't know. We haven't seen a lot. We saw Fade, which is kind of progressive. I mean, I just miss classic skins like Drift and Ragnarok. Stuff like that. And sorry about that. But yeah, I want to see like my biggest hope for next season's Battle Pass is just like a really clean progressive tier 1 skin. Something like along the lines of like Drift and Calamity, like those OG tier 1s. And then just like some pretty good skins in the Battle Pass. Of course, we're probably gonna get some sort of meme skin like we do. Probably some just like simplistic skin. I mean, the Battle Passes usually follow a similar formula. We'll probably get 1 to 2 collaboration skins in the Battle Pass. And then I just want like a really, I don't want to collab as the tier 100. I just want like Rick is cool, but I don't think he deserves tier 100. I know why they did that, because they want him to sell, or they want people to buy tiers to get Rick, and a lot of people did. A lot of people bought tiers this season. But I just want like a nice tier 100 skin too. And I know they can do it because this season I've seen a lot of skins that look like they could be like a good tier 100 skin in a battle pass. Like Trespasser Elite, the newest crew pack skin, Burning Wolf. They look like they could be tier 100 battle pass skins. But instead they put like Rick, which is fine. Rick's great, but I don't know. Trespasser Elite could have been an easy, really cool tier 100. And then, of course, Season 6, we had... Season 6 tier 100 wasn't too bad. The Spire Assassin. It fit the mold pretty well. It's just not very notable. It's like not very iconic. Season 5, amazing tier 100. I love that skin. I love how it's progressive. Feels like a very classic tier 100. Again, oh, Menace. That's what the name was. Very good tier 100. Season 4, Iron Man. Whatever. Iron Man's a great skin, but that battle pass is great, but it's weird talking about it next to the other battle passes. But technically, good tier 100. Good choice for tier 100 out of all the skins in that battle pass. I thought they were going to go with, like, Thor and have Iron Man be tier 1. And then, because my idea for it was, I made a video a long time ago predicting what the battle pass would be. I think I actually said Nick Fury would be tier 100. But I predicted that Iron Man would be in the past, which of course was correct, but pretty much anyone predicted that. But I predicted he would be tier 1, but he would start at Tony Stark, and then you'd have to progress him throughout the battle pass, so you wouldn't be able to actually use Iron Man by the end. So I was kind of correct about that, but you couldn't even use Tony Stark until tier 90, so I think it was tier 90. So, yeah. And then what was the season 3 tier 100? Ultimate Night. That was a cool tier 100. Not Ultimate Night. What was it? It was like the female version of Ultimate Night. It's weird. I don't know why that was in that season though. It's kind of random, but hey, it was a really cool tier 100. And then what was season 2's? Oh yeah, Midas, of course. Midas is. I don't really like the Midas skin, but I like the character of Midas. And I really like the Midsummer Midas skin. I just don't really like the outfit Midas has on his original skin. But I like the other versions of Midas, so. But Midas is definitely a very recognizable, very iconic tier 100. I would argue the most iconic tier 100 from this chapter. One of the most from all of Fortnite, honestly. He's like up there with like Black Knight and Omega. For sure. Very iconic. And yeah. And then season 1. I haven't even talked about the season 1 battle pass at all because it's just so bland. So yeah, I want a good battle pass. So that's my hopes. My hopes is a battle pass full of iconic characters and progressive tier 1 and tier 100 skins. And also really good map changes. Just a bunch of really cool new POIs to explore. That's all I want. That's all I want. That used to be the norm. That used to be the norm in chapter 1. So I'm hoping they can pull it off. I'm really hoping because I really want to have fun with BR again. It's been so long since I've had like a really fun time with BR. Like the last time I just had like an amazing time with BR was like season 5 of chapter 2. Season 6 was fun. I really liked season 6, but season 5 was just so fun. And season 3 as well. So, but I want something better than even those. Like I want season 8 to be like the best season this chapter. I want them to like go back to what made Fortnite really good. Like what made Fortnite seasons really exciting. And that's the really cool map changes and a super iconic and fun battle pass to level up. Like I want skins. I want a battle pass that makes me want to get all the skins. That makes me excited to unlock each skin. Not just, oh, I really want to get this one skin, or I really just want to get tier 100. Because, like, the season, like, 5 battle pass of chapter 1, the season, like, season 6 battle pass, like, even the season 5 battle pass of chapter 2. I've been getting a lot of love to season 5 of chapter 2 this podcast. But I've really kind of, like, I've always really liked that season. I've just never talked about it a lot. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've talked about this enough though. I think you guys get the point already. So I'm gonna move on. But that's what I hope for. So I'm gonna go into the Discord and see what you guys wanted to see. So Advil said, in all legitimacy, I hope it's an apocalyptic theme because the spaceship is gonna crash. That would be really cool. My worry with that is that like they just crash the spaceship and then it just like destroys a bunch of POIs, and the next season comes around and all the map changes are just like this POI but destroyed. And it's just like the same POI but like in rubble. And like half of the buildings you can't loot anymore. And it's like, welcome to this new season, guys. Look at all these cool map changes. No new POIs, but it's just all the same ones, but destroyed. So, I don't think they're gonna do that. But that would be my worry if that's what the theme was. But it would be cool to see the apocalyptic theme, especially with like skins and stuff. It might be a bit too similar to Primal, but hey, I think that would be cool. The map changes. I don't know how they would do that. I guess it would be interesting to find out though. Mixed Motion says I would go for a time travel theme and a Marty McFly skin. And this was interesting to me because you mentioned a Marty McFly skin, and I'm just like, it's really funny that a parody of Back to the Future, like we got skins of a parody of Back to the Future before we got actual Back to the Future skins. Like we got Rick and Morty before Back to the Future. And I feel like Back to the Future is coming. Like, I feel like they have to collab with that at some point. Like, there's no way they don't. There's no way. Like, they have to collab with Back to the Future. Marty McFly would be a cool skin. They could even bring back the drift boards and just, like, recolor them to be, like, the hoverboards in the movie. That would be awesome. It would be easy, dude. It would be an easy collab. It would be awesome. Do that, Fortnite. Give us the thing. A time travel season would also be interesting. I wonder. I feel like if they did that, it would just be an excuse for them to like bring back old POIs. But if I were to make a time travel season, I would make like POIs based on different time periods. I think that would be awesome. Like a Western POI. You got like a futuristic POI. All that kind of cool stuff. And people are hinting that maybe we're gonna have an Egyptian season or at least Egyptian elements. And maybe that'd be cool if it was time travel and there was like an Egyptian POI and there was a Western POI. And maybe that's what the Cube's doing. I don't know. And yeah, I think the Cube's definitely coming back next season. I don't know, like a lot of people really want it to come back. I've never really cared for the Cube, if I'm being honest. But I guess it would be interesting. And it's a Halloween, like it's during Halloween. That's another thing. Are we gonna get a Halloween battle pass? Because we kind of like didn't like last. You know what? Yeah, this is actually, hold on. I'll come back to that question prompt, but I want to talk about this. Last 2 seasons have kind of been like the Halloween events have kind of been like not like they've been good, but they got like interrupted by things. Like, let me explain. Chapter 2, Season 4, we didn't get to see a new Halloween Battle Pass because we got the Marvel Battle Pass. And we didn't really get to see a really crazy event or like Halloween event because it was a Marvel season. So you always had the Marvel stuff happening. Which I feel like would have been a good opportunity to make more Marvel skins that were just like costumes, like people wearing costumes of Marvel characters, but that's beside the point. And then in Chapter 2, Season 1, of course, we didn't get a Halloween Battle Pass because it was a new chapter. And they kind of rushed the Halloween event during that time as well because they were kind of late to it. So it was only for like a week, which I guess they are normally for like a week, but yeah. So it's been since Chapter 2, Season 6 was the last time we got like a Halloween Battle Pass. It was the first and only time, really. So I really hope we get that again. I want another Halloween Battle Pass. I think that'd be awesome. I was really hoping we would get a Christmas Battle Pass for Season 5 of Chapter 2. But we didn't, which was fine because that was a cool season. It was a really weird season to have during Christmas time, but it was cool. I really hope we get a Halloween Battle Pass. I miss having like holiday Battle Passes. I think about like Chapter 2 Season 6 is one of my favorite Battle Passes. Which may be an unpopular opinion, but I liked it a lot because it was a fun Halloween Battle Pass. It was cool. And it's very nostalgic to me as well. So I hope we get something like that again. That would be really cool. I think a Halloween Battle Pass, I didn't even think about that. That'd be awesome because they haven't had a chance to do that the last 2 seasons. But I don't know. A lot of Battle Passes recently have kind of been like more like related to the theme, of course. Which they normally do anyway, but now they're kind of introducing more storyline characters and stuff. At least maybe like one Halloween skin. Because we did get an Easter skin in the Season 6 Battle Pass, Chapter 2. Because it was near the Easter event. So maybe we'll get at least one Halloween skin in the Battle Pass. That would be nice. But anyway, I'll return back to the question prompt. Nightkeeper says you want the cube to come back. Yeah, it's probably gonna happen. I can't imagine it wouldn't. Dramatron says, I hope for something that links this season, wait, from this season, but also links everything up from the 7 to IO to Shadow versus Ghost. Yeah, actually, it would be really cool if, like, I don't know. I really just want them to bring back Agent Jonesy and the Foundation because I feel like that was definitely going somewhere and they kind of just threw it away. And I really hope they bring that back because I don't know. I really miss that. And then the IO stuff is cool. What they did with like the Imposters trailer was really neat. It kind of gave us a lot more insight on it. And it's connected to Agent Jones, but I hope they kind of explain that. I don't think we're getting Shadow versus Ghost ever again. I think that's just long gone. I that just never had an effect on anything really. So that would be cool. It would be cool to understand like why all these things exist and how they're connected. I definitely agree. I would love to see that, but I doubt they're gonna do it. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, I doubt that's gonna happen. And yeah, that's like all the things people said about that, which is pretty darn cool. But yeah, like I said, again, I really just want a battle pass and map changes. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm kind of hoping for a more like a return to form for Fortnite season. But that's probably not gonna happen. And I don't want to get my hopes up too much. So we'll just see what happens. I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow. I have a feeling next season's probably gonna be pretty similar to this one. They're gonna keep going in the same direction. And they're gonna kind of keep doing what they're doing. But I really hope we kind of just get like a fun, classic feeling season and really good map changes and just a really iconic and fun battle pass. That's really what I want. But we'll have to see. We'll just have to wait and see. And if that doesn't happen, then oh well. I'll just keep playing creative. So yeah. I at least hope the season's fun. But if the map barely changes next season, like they could have the best gameplay ever, but if the map barely changes next season, I don't know, dude. Like I can't keep playing on the same map if they don't change it. And they have to do something. Because this event is going to be crazy. There's a giant mothership above the map. But knowing Fortnite, they had Galactus attack the map and they gave us sand. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to move on to viewer questions. Let me refresh the page just in case I got any recently. But it looks like I heard all the ones. By the way, you guys gave a lot of really great questions this episode. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate everyone who asks questions on the podcast and even just listens to it. So if you're here listening this far in, thank you so much. That sounded sarcastic. I didn't mean I did not mean for that to say sarcastic. Thank you, actually though. So Lucky Luke Creative asks, what do you think is coming in season 18? Chapter 2 season 8, of course, is what he's referring to. And what do I think is coming? I mean, I said what I hope is coming. What I think is coming is that we're definitely gonna see the cube again. We're gonna see Naruto. That's pretty much for sure. We're gonna see him in the battle pass, of course, not confirmed, but like it's like close enough. Close enough to be confirmed where I don't want to say it's confirmed, but it seems like it's confirmed at this point. But maybe he's not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. A lot of waiting and seeing in this podcast. And then also, yeah, that's about it. I expect to see some kind of Egyptian thing as well. Just because that's been like a rumor going around. So that's what I expect. Of course, I'll make a full-blown, like, prediction video on Thursday. Should be up by Thursday. So yeah. And then, will Battlestar stay or will it change to what it was before? That I have no idea. I really hope it goes back to the way it was before. If I had it all my way, I would change it back to the original Battle Pass UI, because I really liked the original Chapter 1 Battle Pass UI a lot better. But they're probably either going to keep the Battlestar system or change it again. I don't see them going back to the original way. I think they recognize that the Battlestar system is designed to make people want to buy more tiers. And it worked. That combined with the fact that Rick was tier 100 worked. A lot of people bought tiers this season. I saw a bunch of people buying tiers this season. The Battlestar system is designed to make people want to buy more tiers. And that's why Fortnite implemented it. And if it's working, then they'll probably keep it. And if it's not, they'll change it. But seems like it's working. So I think they'll keep it because it makes them more money. Commander Coral asks, if Dareth's Mojo Dojo exists in Brim, does that mean that Sensei Wu and the ninja team exists in it? Now, it's a bit confusing. Because technically, with the whole Dareth thing in Brim Royale, it's not technically Dareth. It's a ninja named Dareth, but it's not Dareth from Ninjago. It's just a ninja named Dareth. It's just a reference, pretty much. But he's very similar. So no, Wu and the ninja team don't exist in Brim. But they are very heavily referenced. And we tend to like to just reference random things we enjoy. And yeah, that was kind of just like a giant just Ninjago reference on the map. It's not really meant to be like a collab. It's not to, I mean, obviously not like an official collab, but like it's not meant to be like, oh, it's actually Dareth. It's just a big reference to it. So yeah, hopefully that makes it a bit more clear. But if you want to believe that the ninja team and Wu exist out there, then you're free to believe that, because it's a big world. It's a big world out there in Brim Royale. Llama Man asks, would you mind Epic adding more meme skins, like for example a Pepe skin? I think that what they did for April Fools was really funny. I think it would be awesome. It would depend on the meme, of course. I think it would be really funny to see just like a troll face skin. It seems so dumb, but I just think it would be hilarious for if on April 1st they just gave us a troll face and like a really like clean suit. That would be so funny, dude. I would run that so much. So a Pepe skin, I don't think so, because that's kind of like outdated. Like they need to do something relevant. Troll face will pretty much always be relevant. The Diamond Hans thing wasn't really relevant, but it still worked. I made a whole video on that if you're curious on my opinions just a while ago. And yeah, I mean, it'll be funny. It depends on the meme though. Like if it's a really outdated one that's not funny, then like if they do something like Big Chungus, like that would be dumb. But if they did something like that's always relevant, something that's like just like super like stands the test of time, I feel like the only thing they could get away with is like a troll face skin. I think that would be like their best case. So yeah, Rick is kind of a meme skin if you think about it. Same with Thanos. I mean, they're like dual purpose. They're like collabs with these actual franchises, and then they also double as being like memes. Because Thanos and Rick are both used a lot in memes. Meme culture. So like you could kind of think you could kind of stretch it and say that Rick and Morty and Thanos are kind of meme skins. But yeah, I think it would be funny to see like a troll face skin. Other than that, I don't know. Anything else might be a little weird, but who knows? Lawman also asks, do you think creative is the future of gaming? No, I don't think creative is the future of gaming. I don't believe that one bit. I do think creative 2.0, or creative as it is right now, like I don't know if you're specifically talking about creative 2.0, because creative as it is now is not the future of gaming. Creative 2.0 will also not be the future of gaming. It'll be the future of Fortnite. It'll change Fortnite forever. Like, Creative 2.0 is going to change Fortnite forever. It's gonna make it way more than just a BR. I mean, it's already more than just BR. Creative has already expanded upon it. But creative's kind of a niche right now. And I think Creative 2.0 is gonna push creative to be more than just like a small part of, like, it's not a small part of Fortnite, but that's how a lot of people think of it. And I think Creative 2.0 is gonna definitely push creative, and it's just gonna make it like, I feel like Creative 2.0 is gonna become Fortnite at some point. I don't think they're ever gonna abandon BR, but I do believe Creative 2.0 will become what Fortnite is now. Like Fortnite will be about playing maps. It won't be about BR anymore, which is kind of sad, but I feel like that could happen. That's what I'm predicting, at least. Of course, we don't know. But it's never going to become the future of gaming, because having a level editor in a game is nothing new. Games have been doing that forever. Having an outsourced program, like something similar to Creative 2.0, having a game engine that can be used to mod a game is nothing new. Gmod has been, like, Valve has been doing that for years. Gmod has been a thing for years. So Creative 2.0, I don't understand it when people say Creative 2.0 is going to be the future of gaming, because it's nothing new in the gaming landscape. Creative 2.0 is nothing new. Maybe it'll have like new features that other game programs have never had before, but even then, like, it's not going to be crazy. It's not going to be crazy for gaming, but it will be crazy for Fortnite, because it's going to bring people, it's going to have endless possibilities when it comes to the amount of maps you can make and the types of maps you can make, and it's just going to make Fortnite's already more than just BR at this point, but it's really going to solidify that, and it's going to turn it into more of like, creative's going to be more of the focus, I feel like, once 2.0 comes out, because at that point, I think creative might be making the more of the money, but we'll see. Again, we'll see. Maybe Creative 2.0 comes out and creative's still kind of a niche within Fortnite. But I heavily believe that 2.0 is going to be the future of Fortnite. No way it's going to be the future of gaming, because it is not something new for the gaming landscape. We've seen things like it before. Again, Valve's been doing it for years. They've been doing it since Gmod. They've been doing it since like the original Half-Life. So, it's nothing new for the gaming landscape, but it's something new and exciting for Fortnite. So, that's how I feel about it. Journey Roy asks, what are your tips for making a Battle Royale map? Now, I get this question a lot, and I've answered it a few times on the podcast, I feel, and I always kind of give a different answer. But, it's kind of hard to give tips on something so broad, because there's a lot of things that goes into making a VR map. But my biggest tip for you is, honestly, try, and this is just for me, speaking from personal experience. Try to find a group of people that are really passionate about making a VR map like you are, and work with them. Because working with a group of people is amazing. Like, it can help your map become so much more unique and just so much better. Because when you work together with a team, it's just like versus one person can make amazing stuff on their own. I'm sure you could probably make amazing stuff on your own. Like, anybody watching this can make amazing stuff on their own. But when you combine the efforts of each individual person together, like multiple people, even just a team of 2, it's crazy. Like, it's wild. It's wild, like I say here. So that's my biggest tip. And I know not everybody's gonna like that tip. I know some people prefer to work on their own. But that's my biggest tip to you. Gather a group of people who are passionate about the same thing as you, and work with them, and just make something together, because Brim would not be nearly as good as it is if it was just me. And that is a fact. And you'll know that if you watch me build maps live. Because when I'm building on my own, yeah, they can turn out pretty good, but not nearly as good as they would have if I built it with the dev team. But the reason I do build maps on my own a lot on stream is because it's good practice. So it's important to kind of build on your own as well, kind of gain skills, because me and the dev team definitely have built a lot of projects on our own. And it's important to build projects on your own as well, because it's really good practice to mess around, kind of like learn what you can do best. And then you can apply that to when you're working together with someone, and you can make amazing maps that way. And that's my best tip to you. So, yeah. And the last one, the last question I'm going to read here is from the Hylian Gamer, so everyone mispronounced that. He says, what collaboration do you like or think we will have in the future? So I'll answer both of these. The collaboration I like, I'd have to say my favorite. I do really like the Rick and Morty collaboration, just because it's really funny. But I think just the Marvel collabs have been my favorite, because a lot of the skins are really cool. Iron Man, Captain America, Thanos, they're such good skins. Such good skins. Something that I want to see in the future is definitely just more really cool Marvel stuff. Like, I want to see, like, Doctor Strange. I want to see Spider-Man. I really want to see those skins. So I hope we get those. In terms of other things, Gravity Falls. I really want a Gravity Falls collab, especially now that we got Rick and Morty. Like, I want Stanford. I really want Ford in Fortnite. I want Stanford Pines in Fortnite, dude. That'd be so cool. That's like my biggest wish right now for Fortnite collabs. Is a Gravity Falls collab of any kind. That would be so amazing. And yeah, I feel like it's possible now. Like, they've proven they can do cartoon skins. And I feel like if they did like Stanley or Stanford, it'd be awesome. It would be perfect. So that's what I would want for a collab. That's my most wanted collab. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. This has been a really long podcast, a really exciting podcast. A new season is around the corner. This is going to be the last podcast I record for the season. I will do a bit of a disclaimer. Next week's going to be a bit weird because the season comes out on a Monday. So I don't know if I'm going to do a podcast on Monday. I might do it on Tuesday. And then, of course, I'll do my first impressions video on Monday. Maybe I'll upload both on the same day, though. We'll see. But I'll probably record the podcast on Tuesday. I'm not really sure, though. Or I'll record it on Monday and upload it on Tuesday. I don't know. So, I don't know what day the podcast is going to be next week. Okay, just because the season comes out on Monday, and I want to do the first impressions video on Monday. But, yeah. That's how it be. So, yeah. Last podcast of Season 7. It's been a season, that's for sure. And if you want to hear my thoughts, the video will be out tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this podcast episode, be sure to give a like, subscribe if you're new. I record podcasts every single Monday. And I will be making a ton of new content on the new season. So stick around. Stay tuned. Turn push notifications on so you don't miss any of the crazy videos that are coming out this week and next week, because there's going to be a lot. A lot of videos, lots of streams. So I hope you guys are ready. I will see you guys in the next podcast. Have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.